Sondag
Hey guys.
coming into the booth.
Brian,
Congratulations.
Who
Thank
made
you.
your deck? Did you make this deck?
I've been working on this deck for about a month now.
This deck, in my opinion, is going to be the breakout deck.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Of
we
states, right?
we covered you multiple times yesterday. It's like the first, we covered you in the Kibler match where you were mana screwed against Kibler the first time,
Right.
and then the first Valenti match. We covered you actually in the top 8, the top 4, and the finals because
Right.
you had the most interesting deck
Right, yeah.
by a mile. And like we were saying, like this is just like this deck's just better than Valakut.
Yeah.
It
it's
looks
really
like
fun.
Valakut.
It looks like Valakut,
Right.
but it
That's
doesn't
what-
have these like.
Every time I show it to someone, they look at it and they're just like, "This is Valakut."
Yeah.
But it doesn't have like the idiot terramorphic expanses.
This is Valakut, but it's fun.
Like it's just like there's no like they're like you're playing a mono green deck with 15 mountains.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I know.
like I love your. I mean, I would never play it because I have a personal rule to never play green, but because I love green so much. But I this deck is so impressive.
Right. Yeah, I had a friend bring up the interaction of Primeval Titan searching for the Wolf Run and the Nexus. And you know, it's kind of like, oh, that's cute.
Like
that's funny. And then you try it out, and it's
like
this
not
is
funny
really
at all.
good.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
it
like
gives
the
you
exact
so much
reaction,
reach
like-
against everything.
It was the exact reaction with the Phantasmal Image Sun Titan. People were like, yeah, that's cute.
Right,
That's
exactly.
not going to happen.
But did you ever
all the time.
find that you were like running out like in some of the long games against like the heavy removal like Valenti, like he was so disciplined holding his Doom Blades for
Right.
your ink. I felt like sometimes you would run out of threats though. Is that
True. I mean, honestly, the 2 games I played against Valenti where he Doombladed all 4 of my Nexus, that's the first time that's ever happened.
He's the only guy doing
yeah,
that?
that's because like Medina just randomly Doombladed your 2/1.
Right.
I just looked at it. I'm like, you can't Doomblade anything but a Nexus or you're dead.
Because, yeah, usually it's like I throw out some Titans and they start killing the Titans,
Yeah.
and then eventually you just get there with the Nexus. But yeah, Christian was real good at just waiting for the Nexus to attack and getting it.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no other way you can win.
Right. And I'm pretty sure he had
He has three
Doom
Doom
Blades
Blades.
and only 2 Snapcasters.
Right,
And
he had
managed to
three
combine
Snapcasters,
4.
I think.
Oh, did he
Yeah.
have 3?
Yeah, I think so.
So I was just, every time it's
Yeah,
like,
he had 3.
there's no way he has the 4th. And
Oh,
he always had it.
So, did you ever want the 4th Primeval Titan?
It started with 4 Primeval Titans and 2 Worm Coils. And I just decided with the Uprising with Mono Red and the fact that I have 4 Zenith to get a Titan, I was go 3 and 3. I've never really wanted the 4th.
Okay.
I mean, with virtual 7 copies, it's always seemed like enough.
Yeah, so Kibler and I were talking about that. He likes the fact that you have the 3rd Worm Coil.
Right. Yeah, I thought I was a little weak to aggro sometimes if I didn't get the right draw, so I really liked having the 3rd.
Do you ever really want to have like we were talking about it yesterday a lot, especially against the blue-black decks. Like, we thought Batterskull was just better than Wormcoil Engine a lot of times. Do you ever think about playing that?
I have a lot, actually. I was considering cutting maybe 1 or 2 copies of Garrick as well, sometimes to get a second
That
copy.
guy was a
thought that
stud.
was
No.
I'm convinced
You
the
changed your
other way
mind.
now. Like, all day I'm playing against these like mono red decks, and she's like, oh, this Garrick's okay. I kind of wish it was a Batterskull. And then you play against the Solar Flare decks, and you're just like, Garrick is awesome.
Batterskull's
Yeah.
also awesome against the
That's
Solar
true.
Flare decks.
Yeah, yeah.
Could never kill it.
I mean, did you build the deck with kind of expecting a lot of Solar Flare? There's so much.
Yeah,
this
I mean,
weekend.
in testing Solar Flare was one of the decks I tested against the most.
Okay.
Your deck's just awesome against Solar Flare.
Right,
It's
yeah, there's just so many
beatdown.
must-answer threats, and then you just get there with the Nexus.
Like, if they don't know how to play they can never beat the Inkmoth
Right.
Nexus Wolf Run. Like, they're like, oh, I'm getting there. Like, it's a turn 20 game. We're like, actually, here's a Nexus, brah.
Right. Right.
It has 9 power.
Right, if you kill this one, got another one coming next turn.
Let's see. What would you change? Anything?
I mean, if I can fit Batterskulls in somewhere, that's what I was thinking.
What about the tree? Is it
Trees-
Batterskull better than the tree?
I mean, trees you can search with the Green
Zenith.
Sun.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, the trees have been awesome every time I play them, so I would not cut the trees. I don't know. Batterskull is the one card that I was considering trying to fit in somewhere, so I don't know. I'd have to investigate that.
You're thinking about playing some janky thing like Shock or Arc Trail? Because, like, if your weak matchup is mono red,
Yeah,
just
I
like
think so.
throw
I mean-
out like a like a Copperline Gorge, you just like nug their Strongturk Noble, they never get there.
Right. I mean, actually, mono red is not a bad matchup. Actually, I beat it like 3 times.
Okay, so
It's the emissaries are so good against
Yeah.
them. You throw out one, and they've got a Stromkirk Noble, and they're just like.
what's his
what?
creed? Is he an elf? What is he?
I think he's an elf. I think so.
Well, he's not a human, right? Like
Right.
all that matters
That's the
is he's not a
important
human.
thing.
Right. Yeah, I think he's an elf. Yeah, especially post sideboard when you've got like 4 Slagstorms and 2 trees, 4 emissaries, and 3 worm coils. The mono red match is really
Wait,
good.
okay. I mean, this and it seems so forgiving, right? Like,
Right.
like you can like, oh man, I didn't play that turn right, but then you're like, oh, never mind. Here's like 17 power.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
oh well.
Okay, fine. I'll just draw 6 with my Garrick.
It's
What
such an
is a
impressive
bad
deck.
matchup? Like, if mono red isn't that bad of a matchup, what is? What
I
did
mean,
you feel like?
I found nothing that was just like the hardest is the control-ish matchups.
Okay.
Like Solar Flare.
Really? You
is-
work them every single time.
Yeah, I mean, it's always so close.
Maybe,
though.
yeah, it's just
like
a battle.
I feel like I do win more than 50% of the time, but it's just a battle the whole way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's
see.
so many haymakers coming. And,
Right.
you're just like
From both
Primeval
sides. And
Titan,
that's
they're
why
like
the-
Sun
The
Titan.
matches
Grave
are always
Titan.
really fun because it's like, here's my bomb, and they're just like, well,
Yeah.
You never
hey,
played
here's
against
mine.
Caleb, did you?
No, I never did.
His deck is like mono instant speed removal, so
Yeah,
It would have been
that's
pretty
kinda
good
rough.
against the.
that would
Yeah.
have been way better against the Nexuses.
Right.
Right.
Definitely,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
deck lists like this are where the Sword of Feast and Famine are a lot better against decks like this.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even that good against Solar Flare.
Really?
Yeah.
We
Like,
thought that
they're
you
just like-
stuck it and like as soon as you
Right.
put it
I
on
mean,
the ends, he was
that
done.
match. I mean, if they just don't have the Sun Titan or Phantasmal Images or something. I mean, a lot of times the decks are playing Wormcoils now. Like a lot of them have 2 or 3, and then
But in your deck, like you get that spot. Like his only out is to spend a ton of mana on his own turn to play a defensive thing. Like, even if it's an
Right.
O-ring, right? You just move it onto the Nexus and just slam
right.
him
That's
with
true.
that.
It's,
Like
it's so good with the Nexus, especially when we got multiples out. Because then it's like equip. They have to Doomblade it, then you can equip it to a different one. So it's really good with the Nexus. I don't know. I'll have to see how I like the swords moving forward. When I was doing some of my preliminary testing, the decks had more like Grave Titans, and they didn't have the Sun Titan package yet that people have adopted over the past week or so.
you sided the sword in against Kibler though, right?
Yeah.
It was awesome against him.
right.
Too,
I was
Yeah.
just like, his creatures are all green. This
Seems good. right?
seems fine. Yeah.
What do you think? What was your the best card in the deck? If you had to pick one, was it? I mean, I feel like I have an answer, but I don't know. I wanted to know from your
mean,
perspective, obviously.
It's got to be Garrick or the just Titans getting.
Really? I would
Yeah.
think it was Green Sun Zenith.
And I think it's Keswick Wolf Run.
Okay.
Well, Green
all
Sun
got
Zenith
that.
is a
That's fine, yeah.
primeval Titan that gets a Keswick Wolf run.
Right. I mean, it's all.
That's
They're also
true, yeah.
redundant.
All the
almost.
cards
It
are
is,
good.
it is, yeah.
None of the
whole
cards
deck.
are bad.
Well, that's kind of a
Right.
good thing. If we all picked the same card,
Yeah. I mean, there you go.
it would be like,
Kibler would
okay,
have said
just fight
Viridian
that.
Emissary.
Right.
Yeah.
That guy is so good.
I just think the Wolf Run is just such a huge threat.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it just represents a win in so many different situations. Where
Right.
you're
And
like, well, I
you
have
get in the late
Garrick and a
game.
Beast.
Yeah.
and
And
a Wolf
you
Run.
like top like a Solemn or something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, actually he has 10 power with my
Yeah,
Wolf Run. Yeah.
every-
Is
Everything
that
is
2 Wolf
threatening.
runs enough?
Yeah, definitely. For a while, I just had 1 actually because
Oh, really?
I only wanted. But sometimes
You
people were.
kept executing.
That was the other thing.
Phantasmal
too, the
Right.
Phantasmal
Yeah. I
is
mean, that's an interaction that I didn't catch for a long time. So.
Yeah. It's like, hey, it's a.
It's like I can target my
land that just-
opponent's creatures.
I was
Yeah.
like, ah.
Yeah, I think 2 Wolf Runs is definitely the right number.
Okay. Because you got like seven
Right.
primevals.
And sometimes you'll run into you don't want too many colorless lands because you've got Slagstorms and Garrick with triple green, and sometimes that gets awkward if you don't draw a duel.
Is this crazy? What if you played one island in your sideboard and then you just had Mana Leak? So you're like, your opponent's just
You
like,
just wanted to
but
play
then you're
Mana
like,
Leak?
actually, Mana
Oh,
Leak
yeah,
on tap Primeval Titan. Like,
Seems awesome, but maybe a little greedy.
I like Mana Leak.
Just yesterday when we watched you against Valenti in game
Yeah.
1, it took 45 minutes.
Yeah, that was a
we
game.
we were surprised that you didn't go on like the Nexus.
You had no
Wolf Run
Yeah.
plan
instance. You were
early.
just attack with the Nexuses.
I think my biggest problem playing the deck is that I'm too conservative on the Nexus plan because usually
Yeah.
I use it as a plan B. It's sort
Oh.
of like here's my Titans and Wormcoils.
Yeah.
Like if you answer them, I just 10 you with my Nexus.
That's funny because we watched you play like 6 times and you were just crushing people with Nexus every time.
Right.
We thought that's what your deck was supposed to do.
Right. I mean, a lot of times, if I know what's in their deck or I don't think they have the removal, it's just like get you. But
Yeah.
against the more control-ish decks, I like to use it as a plan B. Maybe I'm not aggressive enough with it. I heard someone saying when they were watching that match, I could have just been getting in
Yeah, you
there.
could have
and he
killed
had,
him
he
a
had
long
no
time
earlier.
Doomblades in
Yeah.
hand, and I just let him draw into the Doomblades.
That's what that's how
Yeah.
we felt. We felt like you
I
could
think
have won.
I definitely
way
played that one
earlier.
wrong, which I tried to get more aggressive here in the finals.
And
Of
yeah,
course,
that's
yeah,
what,
You were
it seemed
successful
like
at being
you
aggressive.
Played,
Right.
You played a lot differently in the finals. That's
Right.
what it looked like. And I don't know. You
Right.
know,
I think I definitely learned from my match yesterday with him
Right.
to get more aggressive.
And you guys met again in the finals. It's like the best.
Right.
That was
That's
awesome. Yeah. One play that we kept talking about it in yesterday's match, and I think we think you just missed it, but was when he played Phantasmal Image and you didn't Beast Within the Grave Titan.
Yeah, he played a Grave Titan, and then and then secondly he plays a Phantasmal Image. So what ended up happening was you let the Phantasmal Image resolve. He made 2 more tokens with the Grave Titan, and then end of turn you killed his Grave Titan with Beast Within.
Right.
Like a turn or 2 later, his extra tokens from the Phantasmal Image ended up taking down your Primeval Titan in combat. If you had responded to the Phantasmal Image with a Beast Within, then he would have not gotten those 2 tokens.
That's true. I don't remember the exact situation, but I mean, especially when you get these long, convoluted games against.
Oh, we thought you were going to win anyway, but then it turned out that those extra tokens.
I'm sure I misplayed like 10 times.
Oh, we were just. It was just obviously when you're watching from here. It's a lot easier.
There's so much interaction every turn. That's why it's a lot of fun, but there's so much room to make mistakes.
Yeah, it seems like such a cool deck.
This deck is really great.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys are at home, especially if you're one of those people not like Joey, you don't love blue. Like this deck seems so wicked to me.
Yeah,
like
it's really good. I mean, I've been playtesting this for like a month now, basically since Wolf Run was spoiled.
Yeah.
And I played it at Indy last week. I got a little unlucky. I went 7-3, but the deck felt really good, so I ran it again.
Same 75.
I think. I think it was. I don't think I changed anything.
This deck's, it's so outstanding. And it just goes over the top of like the rug decks or like the others. Oh, we like the green because it does these elegant things, and you're like, screw that.
It's almost
I like
a joke
the green because I have
pod decks too, because they don't have instant speed removal. You're just like, play my Primeval Titan, and now I just poison you. What are you gonna do?
Your thing is bigger than everybody else's thing. That's the.
So are you playing in States next week?
Yep, I plan on it.
What are you most afraid of? I know we said what are your bad matchups. What are you afraid people adjusting? I guess this is probably the worst.
Right.
You just don't want to answer.
Honestly, I played against a friend in the mirror match, and it's just like the Valakut mirror match. It's awful. So I'm almost most afraid of people not playing this deck and just having.
I knew that was going to be his answer.
All day. It's so miserable because Garrick is like unbeatable in the mirror. Primeval Titans.
Well, you got to figure out how to win the mirror then.
I guess I got to start working on the mirror tech.
Okay, so you know. So here's the thing. What do you do at 4? Right? You have Solemn Simulacrum in the mirror on 4 is not that impressive, right?
Right.
You're going to side out Slagstorm, right? It's not very good. Wouldn't you just play Small Garrick? So you can go like Rampant Growth Small Garrick or Bird Small Garrick, and you don't have the option to Big Garrick anymore, but neither do they.
Right.
And you get the first wolf, and they go Big Garrick. You're like, fine, I go Big Garrick.
Yeah.
So like you're net a wolf, you killed their best card in the mirror match, and you still have Big Garrick.
You play the old Jace game, but
you play it's the Jace game.
Exactly.
But it's actually the same.
That's interesting.
You just play Small Garrick.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's worth trying.
Too bad you can't Zenith for Small Garrick, you know?
You kind of can.
What do you mean you kind of can? Like,
kind of can.
Okay. Well, again, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
Awesome deck. Thanks for joining us. And
great job.
answering
Super
some
fun
questions.
to watch.
Yeah,
Thanks,
definitely.
guys.
A lot of fun. So. Cool. We will be taking a break. We'll be